I don't even know how I'm gonna get through this video without melting because it is so hot outside. I'm filming this on Easter Sunday. If you're in the UK, it's warm for us today. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be me testing Jeffree Star's new concealer and powder. They literally came out 2 days ago. I ordered them off Beauty Bay. I set my alarm for 6 PM UK time. I was on that website at like 5 minutes to, like constantly refreshing. It was a very stressful 10 minutes of being on my phone and my laptop trying to get the shades that I wanted. But I managed to do it. I managed to get my hands on 2 of the concealers and 1 of the powders. And I'm going to review them today, do a full-on wear test. I've got my little box of goodies here. It's always a good day when you get a Beauty Bay delivery. I've spent £63 on these products, so I really hope that they're good. So in the UK, both the concealers and the powders were £21 each. I'm not sure how it converts for like European and American, but that's the price that I paid for them. The way that I picked my colours was going by other people's swatches online. However, I will say that having a look at these, like I did swatch them on the back of my hand when they arrived. They're a lot lighter than I expected them to be. I got 1 shade in C4, which I thought I would use for when I'm normally like pale. And then I got a shade in C8, which I thought I would get for when I'm tanned. At the moment, I do have a bit of tan on, but it's kind of like wearing off. So I'm kind of at like the in-between stage. But C8 is actually a quite light. And I feel like this would probably still work for me when I'm like my palest. I'm going to swatch both of these and do some comparisons to other shades. And then the powder I got in the shade Fair. So this is the Magic Star Concealer. First of all, when the box arrived, I was like, oh, that's actually quite a big concealer. I guess it has to be quite a big box because it's got this big like custom lid on the top. So these are the 2 shades that I got. This one is C4 and then this one is C8. The packaging is really nice, although you kind of have to be careful because I feel like I would actually like injure myself on this because it's quite a sharp little star. And I'm quite a clumsy person, so they do look really nice though. It's definitely something different. It is a little bit unnecessary in my opinion, having such a big kind of like cap, but I know that Jeffree is so extra, he wants to make everything like a bit different, you know? And then the actual wand is like a pointed doe foot and it's quite flat as well. I do like the look of the applicator. I feel like it's got like quite a wide surface, so I feel like it would spread quite easily, but I guess we'll find out. It doesn't really have any sort of smell. And then the powder box looks like this. This is the Magic Star setting powder. It's a very kind of like plain box. And this is what it looks like. So it's got like the pink kind of like chrome lid, and then you can see the powder shade through here. And what I do actually really like about this powder is it has a close and open kind of like twistable thing, so it won't go everywhere when you're traveling with it, which I think is such a good idea. So the powder comes out of there, and then when you want to close it, you just like twist this back round and it kind of like closes it off. It smells like candy floss. If you're from America, I mean like cotton candy. Is it supposed to smell like that? Oh my god, that smells incredible. I didn't actually watch all of Jeffree's video when he was talking about the new products. I just kind of like went for it and ordered them anyway. So maybe it is supposed to smell like cotton candy. So as you can see, I've got a little like friend over here, so we'll see if it covers that. What I have been doing recently is literally not wearing foundation. The reason being is because when I'm tanned, I didn't have a foundation that perfectly matched me. I just normally use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Almond. This is my shade for when I have a bit of tan on. Sometimes I also use a bit of the shade Porcelain and kind of like mix these together. So I'm just going to swatch these in comparison to some of my other concealers. So for starters, I'm going to go for C4, and I'm going to swatch this in comparison to Tarte Shape Tape in Fair, Maybelline Fit Me in 05, which I think is the lightest, and the Revolution Conceal and Define in C1. Okay, so C4. It's definitely very, very light. You can also see if it oxidizes, but it's kind of got like, I would say, slightly yellowy undertones. So that one there is Jeffree C4. Then I've got Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair, which was my normal concealer for when I'm pale. So that is the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. And this is Jeffree's concealer in C4, which is the 4th lightest shade, so that one is actually lighter. We then have Maybelline Fit Me in 05, which is a bit more on like the peachy side. And then we have Revolution Conceal and Define in C1, which is a very, very similar colour to the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. Out of all of those, Jeffree's one is the lightest, and that's not even his lightest shade. So there's definitely lots of shades available for super, super pale skin. And then I'm gonna swatch C8 just underneath that, and it's gonna get stuck in my arm hair. Wow, these are some terrible swatches. So that one there is C8. Wow, that's so wonky. This is what we've got so far. So that one there is C8, which is still really light. I feel like it's starting to oxidize a tiny, tiny bit, which is good. Hopefully that means it will match me a bit more. And then I'm also gonna swatch my tan shades, which are Too Faced, Born This Way in Porcelain. Oh my god, okay, this is definitely gonna be way too light. So that one is Too Faced, Born This Way in Porcelain, and then also Almond as well. So that one's Almond, that one's Porcelain, and this is Jeffree C8. So hopefully if you have any of these concealers, you can kind of compare the shades to them. But C4 is definitely the lightest out of all of those, and C8 is definitely a lot lighter than the two that I normally use when I'm tanned. However, going to blend Jeffree's one in, I feel like it has oxidized a tiny bit. The lighter one didn't really seem to do that though. Okay, so I've already got my number 7 SPF on my face. I'm just going to use a bit of the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot primer, which I've been using recently. And then I'm going to go straight in with the concealer in the shade C8, and then we'll kind of see how it lasts throughout the day. Okay, so I really like the applicator. I know that I've literally just put that on, but it's really... it spreads the product really nicely. I don't know whether that's too much to put under my eyes. I have no idea what the coverage is like. I haven't watched anyone else's review yet, so we'll see. So let's put a bit on my forehead as well, a bit on my chin, on any blemishes. This little guy over here, I'm not going to put it directly on it because I don't want to contaminate it. Okay, then let's blend this out. Ooh, okay, that's got really good coverage. Uh-oh. Okay, it's definitely very brightening. This shade is definitely too light for me at the moment though. I'm just gonna hope that it oxidizes a little bit more. Okay, well first of all, it's got really good coverage. If I just hold the mirror to like block some of the light from this side, you can see that it's definitely like covered a lot. It hasn't fully covered this blemish, but to be fair, it's quite red and dark. I'm gonna put another layer on because I just kind of did like a base layer all over my face. I'm just gonna put a bit more on my forehead just to even things out a bit. Let's put a bit more on there as well. It blends really nicely. It doesn't seem to dry too quickly. Okay. Wow, okay, it's actually done a really good job at covering that spot. I just didn't blend over it like too much, but that's actually pretty impressive. So it's definitely too light compared to the rest of me. My neck is like a little bit lighter because for some reason tan doesn't really stick to my neck very well. I would say the formula is kind of like, what's the word for a cross between, like it's not super dewy but it's not matte. Maybe like a satin sort of finish. What does it say on the box? Full coverage, long wearing, anti-aging properties, natural matte finish. Okay, so I would say that it isn't really like matte because I've still got some shine coming through. However, it's definitely not dewy. But I mean, so far, I'm definitely very impressed with that. Wait, let me give you a little close up. So as you can see, it's actually done a really good job at covering this blemish over here. I don't know whether some of that coverage is going to go down as I kind of like do my bronzer because it's right in the edge where I would kind of like blend my bronzer into my face. But as you can see, the coverage is really nice. It has a really nice finish. So I'm then going in with the powder in the shade Fair. So I'm just tipping some out. Oh my god, it literally smells like candy floss. So I'm just taking some on my powder brush. Oh, I got it in my eye. Okay, I literally like inhaled some of that as it went onto my face. Because it's quite a finely milled powder, it kind of just went straight up my nose. It smells like you could eat it. And it's not too dark. Oh wow, okay, over my nose, that's really strong. So it's a very finely milled powder, which I really like. It doesn't look like cakey or anything. It's setting my makeup really nicely. Right, let's try and be careful around this spot because I feel like I'm going to knock some of that coverage off. I think it's just a bit interesting that he chose to make the concealer non-scented, but then he chose to scent the powder like candy floss. Well, maybe he didn't. Maybe it was an accident, who knows? But if you don't like strong smelling products, then I don't think you would like this because it is quite a strong smell. However, now that it's on my face, I can't smell it at all. It's literally just when you first put it on. But it's definitely a nice powder. As you can see now, my face is completely matte and it's looking really nice and smooth. It doesn't look cakey at all in my opinion. It just looks like, well, it's a bit too light, but other than that, I think it's really nice. And I think this powder in Fair would probably work for me when I'm tanned and also when I'm not tanned, because it didn't seem to add too much coverage. It was more just like setting my face in place. Okay, I'm gonna go away and do the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna try and bronze my face up a bit. The palette that I'm using for my face is the Flower Beauty one, which I absolutely love. Like, this is such a good palette. So I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then I will be back. The time is 10 to 1 in the afternoon. Well, technically it's 12:53. I started putting this on, okay, I've been filming for 24 minutes. I probably started putting this on about 10 minutes ago. So I'm just gonna go with saying that the time that I applied this was like 12:45. It is very hot today and I am going on a walk outside later, so I'm probably going to be sweating, so we will see how it holds up. Okay, so my face is done. I used the Flower Beauty palette. On my brows, I've got Benefit Gimme Brow and Precisely My Brow in 3. My lashes, I think it's the Rimmel Wonderluxe mascara, maybe. And then my lip combo is the Body Shop lip liner in, this doesn't actually have a name on it, and I don't know what shade it is, but it's basically like the nude lip liner. And then I've also got this NARS Hidden Pleasure lip balm. It's now like 1:10, so I'm gonna go about my day and see how this holds up. So far it's looking really nice and I managed to keep the spot pretty well covered. Okay, so hello, I am back from my walk with my parents. It's 4:30, 4:34 in the afternoon. And we have a little bit of an issue. Okay, the majority of my face is looking really nice, really dewy, but it still looks really smooth. However, on this walk, because it was really sunny, I had to wear my sunglasses and they've got like the little kind of like bits on the nose, and where I've worn my sunglasses, it has worn off like these bits here. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is kind of like just blend in these bits because I've definitely got sunglass marks. However, the rest of my skin is still looking really nice. It's definitely got a little bit more oily over the past few hours, and it is sinking into my smile lines a little bit. However, if you do watch my channel a lot, you will know that I get that with every single foundation. It's probably about time I got some filler in my smile lines, but I know that a lot of people don't agree with that. So this is what everything is looking like. My skin looks really kind of smooth and poreless. I have really big pores around my nose, but at the moment it's really kind of like skimming over those. Hopefully you can kind of see what I mean. And the rest of my face I feel like just looks really like buttery smooth. But I am gonna have to do something about these bits here. You know what, I'm gonna take like a soft brush. This is one of the Beauty Bay brushes called Round the Blend. And I'm just gonna take like the tiniest bit of this concealer on the back of my hand, really kind of like dab off the excess on my hand. And then I'm just gonna like really precisely kind of fill in that area. I think that will kind of do. And then I'm taking like the tiniest bit excess of this powder, literally just on those areas, nowhere else. Okay, so that's that. I'm now gonna go about the rest of my day. I will probably check back in like another 4 hours or so. So far, after like 4-ish hours, it's looking pretty nice. Little bit oily on my forehead, but to be fair, I have been out in the sun, I have been sweating, but everything still looks really smooth. Nothing is looking cakey yet, which I really like. It looks really smooth around like my big pore areas, so I'm pretty happy so far. I'm gonna go have an orange ice lolly in the garden, and then I'm gonna enjoy a roast dinner, and I will catch you in a bit. Okay. The time is now 10:55, so it's pretty much 11 o'clock. So this has been on my face for 10 hours and I am looking incredibly oily. As you can see, my forehead is literally an oil slick, and I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait to take off this makeup. However, in all fairness, it is a concealer that is not designed to go all over your entire face, and like my under eye portion is probably the only part of my face that's still matte, like just here. Like normally you would wear a concealer over the top of a foundation, and for me I would wear it over the top of like a more mattifying foundation, which I feel like definitely makes concealer last longer. And I do find that when I do just wear concealer by itself, it does get oilier a little bit quicker. However, something that I do want to point out is that yes, I'm incredibly oily right now, but it's not like disgusting looking around my pores. Sometimes I find that with foundations and concealers, towards the end of the day, they really kind of sink into my pores and make my pores look bigger. However, my skin is still looking very smooth. It just looks very oily. So hopefully you can kind of see what I mean. Like around my nose and stuff, it's not like fully like sunk into my pores. It still looks like smooth and is sitting on my skin nicely, but it's just, well, as you can see, there's a lot of oil on my face right now. It did sink into my smile lines a little bit as expected, but really nowhere near as bad as if I was to layer a foundation and then a concealer. So that's also another reason why I quite enjoyed is wearing concealer by itself. To be honest, other than the oiliness of now from wearing it all over my face, I really like this concealer. I think over the top of a foundation, like this combined with like my Maybelline Superstay foundation or something, I think would be such a nice combination, because even though it's got really good coverage, it doesn't feel too heavy on your face. Like it's like quite light feeling. It doesn't feel super thick and sticky, which is what I really like about it. I really want to just like blot the oil. Ta-da. So I would say that the good points of the concealer are that it has a really nice applicator. A little bit goes a long way. It's got really nice coverage and it feels very kind of like, it doesn't feel too thick and cakey. And it blends really nicely as well. Doesn't look cakey on your skin. The downsides of the concealer is if you wear it all over your face as a concealer, it does get oily. But again, the concealer didn't claim to be like a foundation, so that's really the only downside I can think of with the concealer. Obviously £21 is quite pricey. And then the benefits of the powder, the packaging is good. I think that it feels really nice on my face as well. The powder wasn't too thick either, and again, it didn't feel cakey. It felt quite light on my face. It set my makeup really nicely. I would say the downsides of the powder is it does have quite a strong smell. I personally quite like the smell, but if you don't like a strong smell, you might not like it. I would say that's probably the only downside of the powder. Will I be wearing both of these products again? Definitely, absolutely. I definitely want to try them with foundation and everything as well. Okay, so I'm just going to answer a question of the day, which I always do at the end of my videos. If you have any questions about anything, leave them down below and yeah, use the hashtag question of the day. Question of the day comes from Jess Bullen and she said, when are you dyeing your hair next and what colour? I'm going to try and book an appointment for the next few weeks because it's getting really dark. Like all of this top part of my hair is my natural colour and I want it to be more like this colour, so I definitely want to get some more like blonde balayage done. So I'm going to book an appointment soon, hopefully. What colour? I think I would just go for blonde again. I'm really enjoying having like blonde balayage hair. I find this super easy to maintain because I don't have to do anything with it. Sometimes I put a bit of purple shampoo in it, that's it. I would definitely consider going like a more cool toned silvery blonde, so maybe I should do that again. Maybe a bit lighter blonde, because this is like, yeah, it's blonde, but it's not like a super, super light blonde. I'd like to go a little bit lighter maybe. And if I do, I'll definitely vlog. Okay, so I'm gonna go now. I really hope you guys have found this video useful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down below if you have anything else that you want me to review, like any new products that have come out recently. And that is about it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.